Hello everyone, Dale Corvus here, and here today I'm going to be reviewing Certain Women. So Certain Women is directed by Kelly Reichardt, who did, of course, some great films in the past. All Joy, Night Moves came back out in 2013. She also did two other films with Michelle Williams, who is starring in this one, Wendy and Lucy and Meek's Cut Off. I love both those movies. I love both Wendy and Lucy and Meek's Cut Off. This one's the lesser of the three. I've only seen three of her movies. The one's only starring Michelle Williams. And Michelle Williams is a very good actress. So, and also in this cast, you do have Laura Dern, you do have Kristen Stewart. And this is a really well-made attribute of a film. But if you don't like Kelly Richardson's work, and if you are aware that she is kind of like Sofia Coppola without a stripper pole, I guess you would say, because she does have long stretches of non-dialogue talking. But if you actually look at it and see it, from cinematography-wise, editing-wise, direction, how everything's set up, it's pretty seamless to get yourself involved with these three characters. And honestly, I was involved with some of the stories. So the movie splits off itself between three parts. The first part of the movie follows Laura Dern, who's a lawyer for people who have workers' comp. She's trying to get them money. All that stuff. And that is interesting to a certain degree. Where it gets to the next level of that, it gets completely ridiculous and a little bit, saturated with it's going like, wow, you really trying to bring comedy into this. It's not really working. Jared Harris, who's a fantastic actor who was in, great things like Natural Born Killers, Lincoln, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's a great TV personality too. I love all of his TV work. And here he plays this guy who's trying to get workers' comp, and, Laura Dern is his lawyer, and, it's like, it works for a little bit, but then he's, again, it's just, it dives into this realm that it's kind of unbelievable at some points. But again, that's just the first story. How's the second one? The second one stars Michelle Williams, who's a mother. And if anybody who watched Parks and Rec back when it was on, I kind of caught this on. She was like Leslie Knope without the comedy. Because Leslie Knope in Parks and Rec, she gets things done. She gets it done her way. She doesn't take no for an answer. And she wants it done her way. And that's exactly how Michelle Williams plays this character, because her character is a mother, a wife, mother and all that stuff. She wants this house built with authentic stone. But the stone belongs to somebody who's like, who's old. And she, that part of the story follows her trying to get those stones to build this house. Again, you kind of don't see where these things interact, because they don't kind of connect either way. The third one was my favorite. It follows Lily Gladstone, who plays, this farmer. She, again, this play all takes place in Montana. And Kristen Stewart's also involved with this story, because what she is, she's like a professor. She's like this person who's teaching this, course class, I believe so, for college. It's not really high school. She's not like doing anything like for high school. She's a professor. And what she does is when she does these classes, Lily Gladstone's there, always in the back, and she's all like, hey, are you taking this class? She's like, nah, I'm not taking this class. Like, why are you taking it then? Because then they start to bond with each other. I think that's the best one, because Lily Gladstone and Kristen Stewart have brilliant chemistry. I think they're both funny. I think they're both really, really well acted together. I think the writing is really good. A certain section starts with her, going to that class, and then she meets up with Kristen Stewart. She learns, something is here and there, but mostly what she's waiting for is the end of the class so she can go and talk to her. And most of the story is just the two of them having great chemistry together. It does move a little bit too quickly for me, I guess, because the movie doesn't have a real big payoff. Hey, that's the whole thing. None of these stories have a real big payoff. Even so, the conclusion at the end, where it's like the last 15 minutes and each story gets its own little epilogue. And I think that works a little bit, but it doesn't really give you this emphasis that these are all stories that have something that has in common with. I don't think any of these stories interact with one another, other than they meet each other kind of on the street, and some of them have something to do with somebody else's husband. I'm not gonna say it, but I mean It's fine. I mean, it's a really well-directed film. I really do like it a lot on that basis alone. The script is a little flat and hollow, but they're mostly about struggling women. That's basically what this movie's about. It's about these struggling women, because Laura Dern is struggling to help her, clients. She can't, or this one in particular client, she can't really help him. And then, Michelle Williams is trying to, struggle. I think that one's more on the level of husband and daughter. That one's more of her trying to deal with her husband and daughter. Well, Lily Gladstone's character, that one's mostly dealing with her just, liking Kristen Stewart, and then them two. And again, it's so simple, because it's just those two actors doing what those two actors should be doing, is acting really well with written dialogue and brilliantly, entertainingly too. And again, that kind of is a guide to me to say the most interesting part is when the two women fall in love. Oh, and yeah, that is a guy answer. But the point, well, for me though, personally, I give it a 7 out of 10. I liked it for a little bit. I liked it for the momentum as it was going through the motions. Other than that, though, it is flat. It is shallow at some points, and that's kind of sad because I think Kelly Reichardt is a real rich director. I think she can add some emphasis into what goes on in these independent movies. But I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Stewart. Click on my other videos on my channel. Click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. And yeah, talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.